Yeah. The Jeune Creation. For everybody building quietly, believing loud. Brooklyn. This one's for you. Keep the faith. Alarm at 6 in the vision, I'm ready awake. Handle my business, then I'm building what I'm about to make. Bam on the channel. Camera rolling, keep it real, show up every single day, that's the whole appeal. Never doubted it, now I always knew the plan. Just putting in the hours, brick by brick, I understand. Mama said, baby God, don't waste a single tear. So I press record again, the vision crystal clear. I'm locked in, I'm here. Faith standing tall on his feet. Prayer in the morning, blessings carry through the week. We gon' make it, we gon' make it. Believe it, watch it, come to life. We gon' make it, say we gon' make it. Faith in the work, that's the vibe. Won't nobody outwork the dream. I'm building inside, put a prayer and belief. We gon' make it. Yeah, we all gon' ride. Uploaded to the world and the world starting to move. Now the comments rolling in, man, they feeling the groove. Every subscriber a soul that I'm meant to reach. The Jeune Creation, we don't just design, we teach. Late nights creating, early mornings on the grind. Trust the process fully, cause the vision's been designed. To everybody working when nobody sees. Stay ready for the season, it was always meant to be. Keep going, the harvest on the way. Look up, it's a brand new day. Through the patience, through the climb, faith will bring the vision out in time. We've been praying, we've been putting in dues. Now it's turning into good news. We gon' make it, we gon' make it. Believe it, watch it, come to life. We gon' make it, yeah, we gon' make it. Faith in the work, that's the vibe. Won't nobody outwork the dream. I'm building inside with a prayer and belief. We gon' make it. Yeah, we all gon' ride. The Jeune Creation, built to be seen. One prayer, one vision. We all gon' make it. Keep showing up. Yeah.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Jeune Creation Live. While you guys were getting settled in with the intro, I hope that you guys did two things for me, which is one, drop where you're from, whether that's Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube. I definitely want to see it. Two, drop your city. I'm in Brooklyn, so I want to see who's out there tonight. And listen, while you're here, make sure you hit that like and share button so someone else can pull up too. Tonight is a good one because if you run a business, if you make content, if you freelance, you're going to want to stay till the end. There's something in the middle also that you won't want to miss. All right, so let's get into it. I'm Mel. I run the Jeune Creation. We build websites, brands, and content for small businesses. And I've had over 100 project ships, and I do a lot of it myself. Tonight, I want to break down Claude Cowork, what it actually is in regular English, how I use it to run my whole brand, and how you can put it to work in your business tonight. Not someday, but tonight. So there's going to be no fluff. There's no tech degree required, and nobody's about to talk over your head. This is a work smarter, not harder type of night. So here's how tonight is going to go. First, we're going to talk about what Cowork actually is, then my real process, the 5 steps I run on every single project, then what that looks like for you specifically, whether you're a business owner, a creator, or a freelancer. Number 4, right in the middle, I'm dropping a sale that only exists while we're live. When the stream ends, it's gone, all right? So don't leave early on me. Then I'll give you a 30-day plan that you can actually run. We might do some Q&A, so definitely drop your questions in the chat as we go, and I'll make sure to catch them. So what is Claude Cowork? Okay. Most people have used a chatbot by now. You type a question, it types an answer back. It's cute, it's helpful, but you still have to go and do all of the work. So with Cowork, it's different. Cowork works with you. You give it the job, you give it your files, you give it your style, and it goes and does the work while you're doing something else. Just look at the difference on the screen with what a chatbot and what Cowork is that I have shown here. A chatbot gives you 10 captions ideas, and then you still write them, design them, and post them. Cowork gives you a whole month of content written in your voice, laid out, named, ready to drop in Canva. So think less search bar and think more the assistant you couldn't afford to hire yet. That's the shift. It's the same family of tools, just a completely different job. A lot of people talk about like virtual assistants and everything. I used to have a virtual assistant, but now I don't need one anymore because Claude is that assistant for me. And I'm just going to show you guys how you can organize your life, how you can organize and use the tools that you need to build your brand. So same work, a fraction of the hours. This is the slide that I actually care about. So take a look at it with me. A month of social content used to take me 2 full days, 2 days. Now it's about 90 minutes. So that includes website copy, page by page. Website copy is pretty much like the words that are going to be on your website. Copy means like words, paragraphs, everything that's written on it. So that was like 6 to 8 hours of my life. Now it's under 30 minutes. I can get a client proposal in scope, 3 hours before, now it's 15 minutes. And turning one video into 8 clips with captions used to eat the whole evening. Now it just takes a coffee break. So here's why that matters. Most of you are not doing this full time. You've got a job. I've got a job. You've got kids. You've got a business you're building in the 2 hours that you have left at night. Working harder was never the answer because you already gave the day everything that you had. The only thing left to change is now how long that work takes. That's what working smarter actually means. The business gets built in the hours you actually have. And the time you get back, you get to go be with your family, you get to go rest, or you get time to book another client. Now, why do I do it this way and not just type in a box and hope? So reason number 1, the input is the whole job. Bad input gives generic output. That's why people say AI sounds like AI, because they gave it nothing. I feed it my brand voice. I feed it my clients' goals, my rules, my do nots. That's why nothing I ship sounds like everybody else. Reason number 2, I'm still the creative director. It drafts, but I direct, I cut, I approve. The taste is still mine's. I'm just not the one doing the typing anymore. That's not a small thing, that's the whole thing. And reason number 3, systems beat motivation. A repeatable process runs on a Tuesday when I'm tired and don't feel like it. Motivation does not. That's how 100+ projects get shipped, because it's not just vibes, it's a whole system that I have. So say it with me. Working harder was never the flex. Getting the same result back before dinner, that is the flex. So there are 5 steps I run on every project. So screenshot this, you guys. Step number 1, brief it like a person. Goal, audience, voice, and what done looks like. If you wouldn't hand that brief to an intern and expect good work back, don't hand it to Claude either. Step number 2, feed it your brand, your files, your past posts, your colors, your rules. Context beats clever wording every single time. People are out here hunting for the perfect magic prompt when the real answer is you just need to give it more of you. Step number 3, let it run. One task, start to finish. While I'm on a call or making dinner, that's the Cowork part. Step 4, direct to edit. 2 rounds, the same 2 rounds that I give my clients, then it's mine. And then step 5, and this is the one that people skip, save the recipe. Whatever worked, keep it, reuse it forever. That's the part that compounds. And that's the difference between using AI once and actually running on it. So if you've been stuck on step 1 this whole time, type a 1 in the chat and be honest. Now, what does this look like for you? Let's make it real because AI is powerful. Like, saying that means nothing until it's your Tuesday where you're busy, where you have to do all of these things and nothing is getting done, right? So as a business owner, what can this do for you? Your service descriptions, your frequently asked questions, your follow-up emails, your quotes, written once, reused every week. You stop being the bottleneck in your own business. You know exactly what I mean. The client emails you and it sits for 3 days because you don't have the energy to write it. Cowork can do that for you. It could draft up that email for you and send it. If you're a creator, one idea becomes a script, a thumbnail brief, 8 clips, and a week of captions in your voice. You get to post consistently without living inside CapCut till 2 o'clock in the morning. Freelancer, proposals, scopes, client updates, revision notes, all of that is handled. So your billable hours go to the actual craft, which is the part that they're paying you for. You get to take on more clients without having to hire anyone. So also drop in the chat if you're a 1, if you're a business owner, 2, if you're a creator, or 3, if you are a freelancer. And I'll go over it deeper on whichever one is winning in the chat. And if you are watching the replay and not the live, I'll definitely do a follow-up on the specific person that you are, whether you are a business owner, a creator, or a freelancer. So before we kind of go in a little bit deeper, I want to pause for a second because this is the part that I kind of want you guys to pay attention to. So while we are live, and only while we are live, everything that is in my shop is going to be 20% off, and the website builds are going to be 10% off. So let me do that math for you so no one has to think. The website build normally starts at $599. Tonight it's $539. The landing page sprint, $349. Tonight is gonna be $314. The beginner AI cheat sheet was $9, and tonight is gonna be $7.20. And everything else in the shop, like the prompts, the templates, everything is gonna be 20% off. The code is LIVE20, live 20. Okay. Make sure you definitely take advantage of the code. The website, of course, is thejunecreation.com. Shout outs to Mawamo, who joined the live and said that they are a business owner. And this live is perfect for you because once I go into the demo for Claude Cowork, you're going to see how you could use it to organize your business. Because a lot of the times when you have a business, it's not just about creating content, it's about having things properly organized as well. When you have clients, you need to have certain client buckets, you need to have certain folders, you need to have things organized. I'm going to show you how to do all of that with Claude Cowork. But in the meantime, I'm going to type in the my website URL in the chat. It's thejunecreation.com. Make sure you definitely go there and use code LIVE20, okay, to get 20% off of everything. All right. And I want to be clear about why I do it this way. I am not running this discount all week. We go offline and the coupon code goes with us. So if you've been sitting on that website for 6 months, you want it to get built, this is the push because it's on sale. Now, let's deal with the comments that I get every single time, all right? The number one thing I think people like to say is using AI is cheating. But guess what? Nobody has ever called a calculator a cheater. No one called it cheating when we stopped using mailing invoices. The idea is yours. The taste is still yours. The brand is still yours. You just stop doing it the slow way. Some people say it's too expensive. And it's too expensive compared to what? Compared to someone you have to hire? Compared to an agency retainer? Compared to the clients that you're losing right now to a website that doesn't sell? Honestly, just do the math and then you get back to me about that. And number 3, this is my favorite one. I can do it by myself. And if you can, go ahead, do it by yourself, by all means necessary. I really mean that. And I will literally teach you how to do it by yourself because that's what tonight is. But ask yourself, why would you want to do it alone when Claude will do it for you with your input and your style? Doing it the hard way doesn't make it more yours. It just makes it later. I used to love doing stuff by myself. If you guys have been a part of the JC fam and been rocking out with me for a minute, you guys would know that I've been doing it by myself, like with the slides. I was showing you guys how I do it in Canva for a minute. But now guess what? Guess who created this slide for me? Claude did. Shout out to Life of Pearl who said, I signed up for your membership, but your website isn't allowing me access to the library. I'm going to check that out really quick. Did you sign up for the membership? You signed up for the website membership, right? Not the YouTube membership, correct? And I'm actually going to show you on Cowork how I'm going to fix that as well, you guys. This is how deep this is going to go. And I wasn't going to show you how I fix anything on my website for Cowork because I do have services for that, but being that I'm not a gatekeeper and I want to help you guys and I want to show you guys how I use this literally to build my brand and business and solve all my issues, we're going to do that Life of Pearl. So once we get into the demo, I'm actually going to go in and try to figure out what that issue is on the website. Okay. The next thing I want to talk about is the myth that AI is taking over the world. Okay. If it's taking over the world, what you got to do? You have to keep up. All right. It's not replacing the people who use it. It's replacing the version of you that spent all Sunday writing captions. The tool isn't the risk. Sitting it out while your competition doesn't, that's the risk. So, your next 30 days. If this were my business and I was starting from zero tomorrow, here's exactly what I would do. On week 1, I would write it all down. Your offer, your prices, how you talk to people. That document becomes the thing that you feed into everything else. Most of you have never written this down, and that is the actual problem. Week 2, I would just automate one task. One, I would pick the thing that you dread the most, whether it's captions, quotes, follow-up emails, just that one thing until it's boring. Week 3, I would build a month ahead. So the content, the follow-ups, the offers, all batched in one sitting instead of that daily panic at 9 p.m. And week 4, I would put it somewhere premium because all that good work needs a home that actually sells. That's the part that I do for you. And that's the part that's 10% off tonight. 30 days of this beats a year of I'll get to it. And I promise you that. Now, I'm going to give you a one breath recap and then I'm going to start the live, okay? You bring the brand, so your voice, your goals, your files, your tastes, the rules that only you know. And Cowork brings the hours. So that's the drafts, the layouts, the clips, the copy, done while you're doing something else. And you keep the final say. You're the director. You direct it. You cut it. You ship it out. Then you save the recipe, and every saved recipe makes next month much faster. That's the compounding, and that's what it is to work smarter. That's what working smarter actually looks like. So I want you to screenshot this page, all right? Before I share my screen, please screenshot this page. There's 4 codes here. Point your camera at whichever one you need. The first one is the shop. So the prompts, the templates, the cheat sheet, all 20% off tonight. The second one is the members library, which Life of Pearl is having an issue with right now. So I'm going to fix that with you guys in real time. It's $5 a month. And every single thing that I make on these lives goes in here. The third is to start a project. That's if you want me to build a website for you. So it's $5.39 tonight, and I reply within 2 business days. And the fourth is my Facebook group, and that is where we keep talking after the live ends. And that's also where you get the notifications. If you don't have your YouTube notifications turned on, which you should, you're also going to get a notification in the Facebook group. And while that's up, please make sure you like the live, make sure you comment, share this live, subscribe, and turn the bell on so you're not finding out when the next live is from someone else. So I'm just going to leave this here for a second for you guys to go ahead and scan whichever QR code that you need to scan. So let's give that a few seconds. All right. So now, talking is one thing. I want to show you. So I'm going to walk you through the processes that I walk through. I'm going to feed it a real brand, the files, the voice, the rules. I'm going to take an idea and I'm going to turn it into a week of captions in that voice. We're going to write a full service page from start to finish, or whatever you guys want to see. This is why the chat is open. This is why this is live. And we're just going to save this as a recipe so that we could keep on reusing it. Okay? So as I'm going to start the demo, which I'm about to start soon, just keep the questions coming in the chat and I'm going to answer them live as we go. All right, so let me share my screen. Let me open up Claude. I'm actually going to take it to the screen that I need to. Okay. Let's share. Here we are. We're screen sharing. So this is Claude, and this is the desktop app. So let me actually make it a little bit bigger. Okay. Boom. Now, when you come into Claude, I'm on the homepage. This is the desktop app. You have to do this on the desktop app, not the internet web page. And as you can see, there's different models, right? There's Sonnet 4.6, Opus 4.6, Opus 4.7, Opus 4.8. There's Haiku. There's Sonnet 5, there's Opus 5, there's Fable 5. We talked about all the models on the last live because I gave you guys a whole intro to what Claude is and what it does. So make sure you go back and look at it if you didn't catch it or if you need a refresh, because I don't want to go through the whole thing right now. But right now we're going to use Opus 5 for some complex tasks. And I'm actually going to select a project or a folder. And the project or folder that I'm going to select is this Jeune Creation folder because that is linked to my website. So Life of Pearl said that she signed up for the membership, but the website isn't allowing her to access the library. So I'm just going to say one of my customers signed up for the members, the membership on the website, but she said the website isn't allowing her to access the library. And before I actually send off that prompt, let me just go to the website really quick. And let me just like log in myself real quick. So it should look like this, first of all, Life of Pearl. You should be able to see stuff. There's the content calendar, the Dubai 8-day itinerary, the Tech Academy pitch and mission, the 10 digital products you can create and sell this week. And we're gonna add much more stuff in. And I do see people are online. So let me see what the issue is. We're gonna go back to Claude. And I'm just gonna start the task. And as you can see here on the side, it's gonna be giving me the progress. It has my folder open and you're gonna see things start coming here. And it's gonna tell me, so I have a lot of things integrated into this. So I'm just gonna kind of like allow it to go in and do what it needs to do. So let's let it do that for a second. So I'm just gonna allow it. I'm gonna allow it to access my file, allow it to access my database, and just see what happens. And this is literally like right now we're going deep into tech, right? I was going to show you guys some simple stuff, but being that Life of Pearl is having this issue right now, I'm just going to like quickly like go through it right now and see which site membership is the membership library on. So it's the Jeune Creation website. What's the customer's email or name so I could look up her account. Life of Pearl, once you get a chance, type your email for me so that we could go into this. If you type it right now, we're gonna go to this now, but if you can't type it right now, I'm gonna go on to the next part of the demo and then I'm gonna like we could come back to this. I'll come back to it after the live, but we'll definitely get you set up but I still need your email anyway so that I could keep in communication with you so we can make sure that we resolve this issue. So I'm just going to give it a second or two to see if you can give me your email real quick. And if you can't, then I'm going to continue with the other things that I'm going to be demoing. So let's give it a second. Shout outs to Feminine Melanin in the building. Feminine Melanin, how are you doing? It's been a while. I'm glad to see that you're in the live. Yes, the whole JC fam has been tuning in lately. We're back. We're better than ever. I know I do a lot of creative content, but right now, what is creative content if you're not organized and if you don't have a system in place? Because the system is very important and we're trying to work harder, we're trying to work smarter, not harder. So I'm definitely taking you guys through the whole process, like behind the scenes as well. Not just the whole like, okay, I'm creating content, this is what I'm doing with it, but also like, this is how I'm organizing it. And if I have clients, this is how I'm going to group things together. This is how I'm going to fix things if they're broken in my system type of thing. So while I'm waiting for Life of Pearl to give me her email address, I'm just going to I'm just going to move on for now. So we're going to create something new. When I come in here, one thing that you always have to do is uncheck whatever project that you are working on. If you don't uncheck it, because you could check multiple products. I could check this, I could check, all of this, and you're going to see it says like +1. I could check all of that. We don't want to work on multiple projects at once. We just want to work on we just want to work on one project at a time. So one of the things that I'm going to say right now is, let's say if we have a brand or a business. So I'm going to use Feminine Melanin as an example, right? Let's say my client's business brand name is Feminine Melanin. And let's say she runs a business where she teaches young women who are entrepreneurs on how to live that feminine lifestyle while still being a boss babe. Feminine Melanin wants to create content and reels across their Instagram page and Facebook pages. She needs a content calendar, but she also needs a setup where she is also creating content for her members and needs some organization on how and where she will be dropping those files on her computer. Now this is very long-winded, right? I'm going to open ChatGPT for a second. And I'm just going to say, rewrite this so that I could just have it written a little bit properly for Claude. So I'm going to say, let's say my client's business is Feminine Melanin. She teaches young female entrepreneurs how to embrace a feminine lifestyle while showing up confidently as a successful businesswoman. Feminine Melanin wants to create consistent content and reels for both Instagram and Facebook. She needs a structured content calendar to help her plan and organize her social media posts. She also creates exclusive content and resources for her members. So she needs an organized system for creating, sorting, managing, and distributing those files from her computer. So I'm going to copy that and I'm going to go back to Claude Cowork and I'm going to paste it. I'm going to say, I'm going to open up my desktop and I'm going to create a folder, new folder, and I'm going to call it Feminine Melanin. Okay. And then I'm going to come in here and I'm going to look for that folder. So I'm going to click on add a folder. I'm going to go to desktop and it's going to be the Feminine Melanin folder. You see how the Feminine Melanin folder is empty, and I'm going to click on open and I'm going to allow Claude to make changes to those files in Feminine Melanin. So I'm going to hit allow and then I'm going to hit submit and watch it work. Make sure you guys are liking the live. Make sure you guys are commenting. And if there's anything particular that you want to see, make sure you let me know, because I will definitely show it to you guys. So it says, before I build this out, a few things that will change the shape of this deliverable. What posting cadence should the calendar plan for? So it could either be 5 times a week with 2 reels, daily with 3 to 4 reels, 3 times a week with 1 to 2 reels. So this one sounds like the most realistic one. So let's do this one. How far out should the calendar run? So you could do it for a whole quarter, you guys. That's 90 days, 3 months. You could do a whole quarter. You could do 30 days, or you could do evergreen templates only, so that those are things that could just be reusable at any time. I'm going to do 30 days. What should the file system handle? Maybe we wanted to handle member resources, content assets, brand assets, business admin. Sure, let's go for all of that. Next. What should I actually build for you? So you could have it build a spreadsheet and folder system, spreadsheet only, full package plus strategy documentation. Let's try the full package and strategy documentation and see what it gives us. And this is what I'm telling you, by the time you have to think about all of these things, like, your whole day will pass. Why not just use Claude Cowork to do these things for you? And right now it's showing you what it's going to do. It's going to build a folder system. It's going to build a 30-day content calendar workbook. It's going to write strategy and standard operation of procedure document. And it's going to verify all the deliverables, all in this folder that we created that says Feminine Melanin. So as you can see, I didn't even do nothing. You already see 5, 6 folders in here. And I didn't even do anything. If I click on brand assets, there's already more folders in there for brand guidelines, brand folders, color palettes, fonts, logos, templates. Okay. If I go in here for content calendar, the idea bank, what's going to be in the idea bank, where your raw footage, you could drag and drop it in here. What's in progress, what's ready to post, what the captions and hooks are, what needs to be in the archives, what your B-roll is, what your audio and music is going to be. And the reason why I'm showing you, you don't have to set up your business and brand this way, but the reason why I'm showing it to you this way is because it's good to have things categorized. Let me show you my downloads folder really quick. This is what my downloads folder looks like. This is what my download folder used to look like. Shit was just scattered everywhere. Why? Because I didn't have it organized. So right now we're focused on organization. We are organizing things. And there's even a little document here that says start here. This is how it works. And we're going to do a little quick look. And it's going to say, listen, everything lives in 5 numbered folders. The numbers force the order, so the important stuff stays at the top. The first folder is brand assets. Anything that defines how the brand looks and sounds. So logos, fonts, color palettes, photo library, Canva template exports. You pull from here. You rarely add to it. Number 2 is the content folder, the social media production live. Ideas going on one end, posted content comes out the other end. This is the folder that you'll be in on most days. Member resources, everything that you're creating for paying members, separated by stage so you never accidentally send a draft. Number 4, business admin. So this is where your contacts, invoices, launch plans, analytics, taxes, the boring folder that saves you in April, because April is tax month, all right? Number 5, strategy and SOPs. That's going to be the playbook, the content strategy, the brand voice, your batching workflow. And 99 archive is anything you're done with but not ready to delete. It sits at the bottom, out the way, you push it in there. So it tells you how the content is going to move, okay, through the idea bank, through the content folder. So it's going to be the idea bank, the raw footage, the in progress, ready to post, and then the posted archive. So it kind of just walks you through everything, okay, of how you're going to use this. So what command is it still running right now? Right now it's building out the content calendar. So it built out all these little folders for you. You could have your client and member records in here. You could have your invoice and payments in here, your analytics and reporting in here. What I'm going to make it do, let me see. Content calendar, it's currently building that out, so that's not done yet. While this is loading, you can actually queue up some additional tasks that you want it to do. So let me go back really quick, and I'm going to say, for business admin, create some mock client and member records. So that's going to be in the queue. I'm also going to say, for content, let's see, for ready to post carousels and graphics, add in some mock graphics in there. And I would really use ChatGPT for any type of graphic that you use because it's the best. So while we're waiting for this, I'm actually gonna open up ChatGPT real quick and show you what I mean by that. So if I do a new chat, and I know this is supposed to be about Claude, but you really have to use these AIs together side by side sometimes. I did a live on this before with what I use Claude for and what I use ChatGPT for. I honestly, even though I love Claude, I don't use Claude without ChatGPT for certain things. When it comes to graphics and visuals, ChatGPT is the way for me. So I'm actually gonna like go back to this and I'm gonna say, let me go back to the new chat and I'm gonna say for this, create a Facebook banner for me for feminine melanin. Make the colors, let's see, feminine melanin colors looks like it's white and pink, and add roses because I see roses in the in her like profile picture. So it's generating an image. It did say something went wrong, so please try again, but let's see if it generates that image. In the meantime, let's go back to Claude. And it says that it noted this stuff and it will add both, but it's gonna finish the workbook first. So it's working on the workbook. And one thing I want you to be aware of is usage. Right now, we talked about these 5-hour sessions. So right now, the session is going to reset in 4 hours and 43 minutes. And so far, I've used 9%. And also, my limits are temporarily boosted right now. So my weekly Claude limit is 50% higher through August 19th. And my Cowork limit is 100% higher through August 5th. So when the promotion ends, the limit will return to my plan standard amount. So I'm actually able to use it so much more right now. And I also have like credits in there. Yo, I really be on this thing. I also think that there is a promo code that I could give to you guys. I have to find it. But there was a promo code that I have if you guys want to use Claude for free for like a couple of weeks. So once I find it, if I find it during the live, I'll definitely add it to the chat. But in the meantime, let's come here and see if anything is populating in the content calendar. Not yet. But I still do have all of these things. So, okay, it should populate now. Boom, here we go. So it built the 30-day content calendar workbook. So I'm just gonna open this up. And here it is. This is the Feminine Melanin Content Calendar version 1. That's gonna begin in August of 2026. And there are tabs. So up here is the README tab, but you'll see there's like an August 2026 calendar tab. There's content pillars. There's a hook bank. There's a real idea bank. There's captions and a call to action library. And then there's a blank month template. You see all of this stuff with just one prompt. And we've only been on the live for 37 minutes. And I want to say for 20 of those minutes, I went through my slides, not even doing the work. So if we minus 37 from 20, that leaves us with, I suck at math, guys, 17. So in 17 minutes, I have this whole thing here, this whole social content system that I created with AI, and I did it so quick. So it has the README file to tell you what this is. It's a 30-day content plan for Instagram and Facebook built on a 3 times a week rhythm, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, with 1 to 2 reels each week. It's sustainable first. You can always add. You can't unburn out. The tab. So it says that there's an August 2026 calendar tab. That's the filled in month. Every post has a hook, a visual concept, a caption angle, and a CTA already written. Edit the words to sound like you. The structure is what matters. The content pillars is the 5 things that Feminine Melanin talks about, and the rough mix. Every post should belong to exactly one. There's a hook bank, so 60 plus opening lines sorted by pillar. When you're stuck, you start here, not at a blank screen. The real idea blank, so there's 40 real concepts with format notes, and you pair one with a hook and you have a post. The caption and call to action library, so there's a caption framework, a call to action lines by goal, and hashtags set by pillar. There's the blank template month, so you copy this tab each month, same columns, empty rows, drop down stays intact, and a performance tracker. So you're gonna log what each post did. After 8 weeks, the patterns will be obvious. And how to use it, you plan monthly, you batch weekly, you edit plus schedule, and then you log on Friday. And there's all of these things. So if we go to the content calendar, it says on Monday, August 3rd, The date is August 3rd. The day is Monday. The week theme is soft is not small. So you'll see for these three things, it says soft is not small. The formats is two of them will be a reel, one of them will be a carousel post. And then there are your pillars. So one of the pillars is feminine energy lifestyle. The other one is business and strategy. And there's one that's confidence and mindset. So for the feminine energy and lifestyle, this is a reel. It says that the hook or the first line will be, they told you that you had to be hard to be taken seriously in business. They lied. The concept and visual direction will be trending audio, get ready with me structure. So the first half is rushed, rigid, phone in hand, chaos. And the second half, because that's the hard, right? The second half is showing that you don't have to be hard. You could be soft. So slow morning, silk robe, coffee, journaling, sitting down to work calm. Text overlay flips from how I thought I had to show up to how I actually show up. And it says that this reel only needs to be 20 to 25 seconds. The caption angle is going to be name the myth that softness and authority can't coexist in one line about who taught you that. And then you end on what changed. The call to action is save this if you're done shrinking your softness. The audio slash music should be trending soft slash R&B audio. The assets that you need is morning B-roll, a robe, a coffee pour, a journal, and a desk sit down. And this is just an idea right now. And you're going to click on if you want to post it on IG or Facebook, and you can write your notes. So you get how it just creates this whole thing for you, literally in the matter of minutes. Because some of us are always stuck on what we want to post. And the thing is, this is in your folders because we're using Cowork. So this is in your folders that it created for you on your computer. And once again, it's not only about the computer. Sometimes it's about your website. You wanted to go in and fix something. Sometimes it's about other things as well. I'm still waiting on Life of Pearl. I need you to send me your email so I can figure out what's going on with the membership. All of these things are also going to be posted in the membership. So make sure you guys definitely sign up for that. But you guys kind of get the idea of what you can do with Cowork, whether you want to organize your business for your clients and for your brand, you want to organize things, like this is where you can kind of do it. So it kind of gave you that example for your reel. It will also give you an example for a carousel. So let's say on Wednesday, it's the same theme, but this time the pillar is business and strategy. And the hook slash first line will be the 5 business rules I broke to build something that actually fits my life. So it's going to be 6 slides. Slide 1, hook on brand color black background. So your hook, this is the hook on a brand colored black background. So if your brand color is pink, you're going to have a pink background and you're just going to have these words on the first slide. 5 business rules I broke to build something that actually fits my life. And then I'm going to show you, being that seems like a graphic carousel, like I could show you on ChatGPT, because I use ChatGPT for my graphics, how to create that. So slide 1 is the hook on the brand color black background. I keep saying background. Slides 2 to 6 is going to be 1 rule stuck through, what you did instead underneath, consistent layout, big types, minimal words, and the final slide will be a CTA plus your face. And the caption angle is going to be a short intro on why the standard advice didn't fit all. Then you're going to expand each rule in 1 to 2 lines, personal, not preachy. The call to action is, which one are you following? Tell me below. There's not going to be any audio or music. The assets you need is a Canva carousel template, 1 headshot for the final slide. And like, if you don't want to write this out, you could even have Claude or ChatGPT write it out for you. But I'm just showing you that this is giving you the ideas and the concepts, and all you got to do is go into it. Now it goes into the content pillars that we talked about. So right now, the things that we saw were the feminine energy and lifestyle content pillar, and we saw the business and strategy content pillar. Right? It says what it covers, what the mix is. But the other 3 content pillars are confidence and mindset, behind the brand, community, and offers. So there's a mix. Feminine energy and lifestyle will be 30% of your content. Business and strategy will be 25% of your content. Confidence and mindset will be 20% of your content. Behind the brand will be 15% of your content. And community and offers will be 10% of your content. And it tells you what it covers and why you're posting it. I'm only going to go over the first one because that's the main one. And it says, this is the heart of the brand and the reason people follow rather than just watch. This is what makes Feminine Melanin different from every other business account. And the best formats for this will be reels, whether it's B-roll and text, aesthetic carousels, and stories. Now we're going to go into the hook bank. So for each pillar, there's a hook. The hook type might be myth, Reframe, permission. You're allowed to build a business that runs at your pace. Absolutely. Confession. I built a 6-figure business and I still don't wake up at 5 a.m. That's what we all trying to do. That's what I'm trying to do. If you're trying to do that, comment that below. And it kind of just goes into all of these things. Then here's the real idea bank. So here are the pillars. Here are the real formats. There are the concepts. These are the visual / production notes that you could use and the lengths that all of these should be. Okay. Captions and call to action library. All here. What else we got? The blank month template, the performance tracker. We talked about this. So let's say August 3rd. This is one of your posts. This was the reel. This is the pillar. You know, you edit what the reach was, the likes, the comments, the saves, the shares, the new follows, the profile visits. And these are all analytics that you can see on Instagram or TikTok or whatever platform that you're using. So we do all of that and then you see what works. This is somewhere that you could track it. And once again, where does all of this live? This all lives on your computer. All of these files are on your computer. So let's see what's happening here. So this says slides 1 through 5 sit too high on the canvas, so it's rebalancing it. There's something that's blocked here, so it's switching something up, and the table columns aren't honoring the width, so it's fixing the layout. So there are things that it is fixing. It does take some time. It hasn't gotten to the part where it's writing the strategy document yet. If I'm going too fast, you guys, let me know, because I tend to zoom through these things, and I know I talk really fast sometimes, but definitely let me know if I'm talking too fast, and I'm going to slow it down a bit. But while this is still working and building, I'm going to jump back to ChatGPT and see the banner design. And this is the Facebook banner design that it created for us. And this is why I use ChatGPT as my graphics creator. I don't like how the graphics look on Claude. When it comes to organization, assistance, like not having a yes man and just really strategizing things, Claude is the way to go. When it comes to graphics, ChatGPT is king. And in this case, it is queen, because we're talking about being a feminine, melanin boss lady right now. So this is what ChatGPT created for us. And as you can see, this woman has all of her 5 fingers. All of the words are written nicely, helping women entrepreneurs embrace femininity, confidence, and success. It includes content planning, real strategies, social media organization, member resource systems. And that is the reason why I had pasted that whole prompt of what I needed to do in here, so it can get an idea of what the brand and business is about, and so that it could go ahead and return it to me in these graphics, you guys. All right. So that is what that created for us. So let's go to Claude really quick. Claude is still doing its thing, still trying to run these commands. It tells you what it ran. It tells you like what issue it has, and these things happen. Sometimes it definitely takes time. While this takes time, I wanted to show you guys something else. Remember, we're bouncing right now. I know this live is about Claude Cowork. We're bouncing right now between Claude and ChatGPT because I wanted to show you the difference. Now I showed you guys my documents folder, my downloads folder, and how everything is like categorized, right? So for example, if I go into design and web, I have code, I have web pages and email, and it just shows, because I do create my email templates, and I think I'm going to do a live dedicated to email marketing. This is an HTML file. I just pop this into MailChimp, and this is what you guys get if you guys open my emails, if you guys are a part of the email list. This is how I create these things. And before, when I tell you they were scattered everywhere, scattered everywhere. Now they're not. Now they're organized. But I don't know if you guys have been seeing these ads on Instagram. I've been seeing the ads because Instagram, you know, it be following what I'm doing, and it's telling me like, hey, stop using Claude Cowork and use ChatGPT work instead, because you don't have to worry about the limitations. We talked about limitations because here we are. Before, I think we were at like 9% use. Now we're already at 26% use. And once it gets to 100%, you know, we still have to wait for that 5-hour session to end. And that's what people hate about Claude. I don't like that about Claude either. And this is actually slow because it's giving us a temporarily boosted limit. So this 20%, if it's giving us a 50% higher, this would have already been at 50%, probably, you know? So I'm going to go into ChatGPT. I'm going to open the ChatGPT application. And what I did is I created a project that says clean up desktop, right? So if I go into this project, where's the edit? If I come here and I go to edit, you're gonna see that the source folder that I included is my desktop, because I'm gonna ask it to clean up and categorize my desktop items. Clean up and categorize my desktop items on my computer. And we're just gonna put, I've never used this before, ChatGPT work. Never. I've always used Claude. So we're gonna put this to the test and see how it works with categorization. So that way, if you don't want to use all of your Claude Cowork, Claude usage credits, let's see if ChatGPT could do it. I hooked up, once again, I hooked up my desktop folder. I'm going to show you guys my desktop again. This is my desktop. It's just big mess, okay? And I'm going to do this. And let's see what it does. Because the whole point of this, even though this was about Claude, the whole point of this is about Cowork, right? So it says, I'll inventory the desktop first, then group loose items into sensible folders while leaving existing folders and system/hidden files alone. I'll avoid deleting everything and report exactly what moved. So it says that the desktop is mostly screenshots, generated media, and a few project files. I'm separating the clearly identifiable loose media by type and year. I'm checking the ambiguous readme.md, blah, blah, whatever. So it says that the desktop is clean and categorized. Whoa, I don't know if it is. We're about to go look. But if it did this, this is crazy because it only did the work for 31 seconds. It says that it took 174 loose files and organized it into screenshots by year, AI generated images and photos, AI clips, camera footage and screen recordings, audio, documents, website project files, and it says that existing project folders and hidden/system files were left untouched and nothing was deleted. So let's put it to the test. I'm about to open my desktop folder. Do I have a drum roll? Let's see. I don't think I have a drum roll. Nope, I don't have a drum roll. I wanted to do the whole drum roll please thing. We'll just do that instead because I don't have a drum roll, but let's open it up. Boom. In 31 seconds, you saw how messy my desktop folder was. And now look at it. Now look. It has this whole feminine melanin thing. It has documents. It has audio. That's audio I created with AI, by the way. It has videos, so whether it's camera footage, AI clips, screen recordings, it has images, so whether they're AI generated images or photos. I don't have a lot of stuff on my desktop. A lot of things live on the download, so that's why like you're seeing like these weird things or whatever. But basically it cleaned up my messy desktop and turned it into this, and it did it in 31 seconds. How great is that? Yeah, super great. All right, now it looks like something is cooking up here with Claude. So what did Claude do for us? The content calendar, August fully planned, 13 posts on a Monday, Wednesday, and Friday rhythm with hooks, visual direction, caption angles, and CTAs already written, plus a 54 hook bank, 40 real concepts, caption, call to action, hashtag library, a blank month template with drop downs intact, and a performance tracker with live formulas. The strategy playbook, 9 pages. This looks like the strategy playbook right here. Maybe, I don't know. Brand voice, 5 pillars in their mix. Folder system, so there's 40 folders across brand assets, content, member resources, business admin, and strategy, each with a README explaining what belongs there and when it moves. Then I added 2 things, sample member records. So it added 12 members, 8 pipeline leads, 5 testimonials with permission tracking, all fictional. And it says that 2 things were flagging. The folder only lives on the desktop, so cloud backup should happen before it grows. And the graphics use placeholder colors and fonts, swap in her real brand hex codes and typefaces, then rebuild those layouts as Canva templates so she can use them in 90 seconds. So I did say this was like a client So that's why it's talking to me as, swap this for her, swap this for that, because it's looking at it as if I am the person who is just like running this client thing. So let's go in the folder. I did ask it to create some client member records for me, mock. So let's go in here and see what it created. So it created some fake people. This is the member roster. It has 12 people in there. It says that the total members on file is 12. Active members are 9. Monthly reoccurring revenue is $673. Inner circle members are 5. Foundation members are 4. Needs attention is 2. And the annualized run rate is $8,076. And it does say these are fictional sample records created to demonstrate the format. Names, emails, and phone numbers are invented. Okay. Replace the sheet entirely before entering real member data. And then it even says, like, all right, this is the name of their business. This is the tier. This is when they join. This is when it renews. It has all of these like things here. And these are like notes and all of these things. And there's a client pipeline here with next steps, like proposal was sent or whatever. There's testimonials, all of these things that you can kind of like create and that it creates for you. What is this? This tells us how the system works. So it has like a whole file system guide that we kind of talked about a little bit with the 5 folders, the rules. A file only lives in one stage at a time. You move it. When you finish editing a reel, it moves. Like you just drag and drop it into wherever you need to, and all of those things. And there's the content calendar that we talked about. So we had opened this up and we had looked at it. There's a strategy and operating playbook. So this is the SOP that we talked about. So the SOP, like let's say if you want to feed something into a GPT, if you want to feed it into an AI, but it needs some background of like what this business is about or what the brand is about, or let's say if you did want to hire a virtual assistant and like they just need some background on what you're about, this kind of outlines the whole thing for you. And it's quite lengthy, which is good. It looks like it's about 9 pages, and like it just pretty much says like this is what the brand is. And it says Feminine Melanin teaches young female entrepreneurs to embrace a feminine lifestyle while showing up confidently as successful businesswomen. That sentence is the whole strategy. Every post, every resource, every email should be traceable back to it. It works because it resolves attention her audience feels constantly and rarely hears named. She's been told that being taken seriously requires hardness, early mornings, relentless output, emotional flatness. A different set of accounts tell her to soften and slow down. Almost nobody tells her how to do both, and that gap is the brand. And it says who she's talking to. This is her target audience. You write to one woman, not an audience. She is 24 to 34, 1 to 4 years into a business she started herself. She is competent and underpaid. She undercharges and overdelivers. She is exhausted in a way that she has begun to suspect is not normal. She wants a business that pays her well and a life that feels good. And she has quietly concluded she has to choose. That's kind of how I feel a little bit. She follows business accounts that make her feel behind and lifestyle accounts that make her feel unserious. This brand should make her feel seen, then hand her something to do. And it talks about the brand voice. It talks about the 5 content pillars. It talks about the weekly shape. We're posting 3 times a week. How the work actually gets done. We pick a monthly theme. One idea is explored from 5 angles. All of these things. The weekly batch, Instagram versus Facebook, the Friday reset, the file system. These are the files on her computer. Okay? They have numbers in front of them, so it forces the order. So number 1, the assets, then the content, then the member resources, then all the admin stuff, and then the strategy and SOPs. So what you use daily starts at the top, like it says, and then there's the archive where you're finished with something, not ready to delete it. It's just at the bottom and out the way. Doesn't even have a number that is consecutive with the numbers above. It just says 99 archive. File naming. So there's a naming convention. If you ever want people to do work with you, you want things to be, you want to have some sort of concatenation where things are aligned, things are, I don't know what the word is that I'm looking for. Just has, what can I think of the word? Oh my gosh. A format. It has a specific format with things, how things are named. You're using these conventions. etc. And the dates lead so that you could sort things chronologically. The version numbers mean that you never open a file 3 times hunting for the real one. So for example, it's saying year, month, date, and then there's this, and then there's a version number. So 2026, August 4th. The name of this is IG Real Soft Life Morning, but this is version 2. So you're not going to open up version 1. You're going to open up version 2. You're going to know that's the last version. And it kind of just goes through the whole thing here. So that's how those things are created. It's really cool, right? And all of this is done with Cowork. Now I haven't heard back from Life of Pearl in terms of what her email is. So I'm just gonna say I don't have the email yet. I'm gonna see if it could go ahead and fix the issue with the membership library. Hopefully it can. I mean, I know I can fix it. But let's let that run for a second and see what the issue is with why she is unable to access the content. Because I do see people online. Yeah, I do see people online, so I don't know. Let me go into the admin. One moment. I'm going to go into the admin real quick so I could drop some stuff in there. And let me see if I could see who the members are. Let's see. Hold on one second. Let me run some admin tasks really quick. But let me see what this is doing so far. It's still running. If you guys have any questions, please, put it in the chat. Put it in the chat while I figure out what's happening with this. So, okay, I'm gonna just come back. I'm gonna come back to that. But yeah, so that's basically the rundown of how Claude Cowork works. You could create a folder. You could create a new project. These are some things that I've been working on. So once again, like my website, client websites, everything that I've kind of been doing, you just hook it over to Cowork and it's going to, create for you. Everything is hooked up. So let's use another example because I know there are some people who want to be lifestyle influencers. I myself want to do lifestyle influencing. And that is a reflection of really what my page is. But let's say, all right, I'm going to use my own brand as a real example. So I'm going to go to instagram.com/busybeingmel. So here I am. This is my page, you guys. And it says that I'm a PM at this media company. I'm the founder of the Jeune Creation. I also do New York City real estate. I'm a creative director. I'm a Brooklyn girl and I'm busy being everything. Plus I am the queen of AI, right? So what we're going to do here is I'm going to ask Claude Cowork to audit my Instagram page. And based on my bio, create a content calendar for me and tell me what needs to be added, removed, edited, etc. So I haven't done an audit of my Instagram page before, but all of you guys have Instagram, I'm sure. So we're going to do this together. I'm also going to uncheck this folder. I'm going to paste the Instagram and I'm going to say what I'm trying to get out of this is, my day in the life of my corporate job, me living my best life with my lifestyle when it comes to my home ownership, having a Tesla, what else? Being the queen of AI, Just life stuff. Let's work on what my content pillars need to be and what I need to post and when. One of my biggest issues is being impatient with posting, right? Like I do something and I just want to post it like at that moment. That is me. But let's see what this says. So let's go ahead and do that and let's see what it works on. So it says, do I want it to allow to use my browser? Sure, allow. Allow it to go on Instagram.com. Be my guest. So I could already see, look, if you look on the side, it's literally scrolling through all of my stuff or whatever. It's just going through my page, doing that audit. And I want you guys to try this too while you're watching this. Try this while you're watching. Let it audit your IG for you based on what your goals are, based on what your bio is, based on what you're trying to do it. So it says that my grid is heavily real estate. And that's because I did transform my personal page into my real estate page for a second. I'm going to say keep as pillar, but reframe because it says my stated pillars don't mention it. So keep as pillar and reframe because I still do real estate. How much can you realistically post per week? Realistically, I could post stories every single day, but I need to like actually create the content, right? So I'm just going to do 3 times a week plus stories. I feel like that's safe for me. I feel like 2 times a week plus stories is, I guess I could do 2 weeks, two content things a week plus stories, but let's just do 3. What is the actual goal behind growing this account? So I want brand deals plus creator income. I want AI authority plus speaking and teaching. I don't necessarily need it to funnel to the June Creation. I have a June Creation page. And I don't necessarily need real estate leads because I have a real estate page as well. So the main thing here is brand deals plus creator income because I'm tired of paying mad money for my hair and for my clothes, for products that I'm using. I want those brand deals. I want to post that lifestyle content and get them deals, And I just want to have that AI authority. But you know what? Nah, let's remove AI authority because I kind of want to do that more on the June Creation page. I'll still talk about it, but the goal behind this, let's for now make it brand deals and creator income and see what it says. And I can always adjust afterwards as well. So I'm going to go ahead and hit submit. It says, what should I deliver? Audit doc plus 90-day calendar spreadsheet, 1 combined Word doc or audit doc plus 30-day calendar. Let's do the 30-day calendar because 90 days is a lot. I don't want this thing like taking forever, to do it. So let's see. Let's see what it comes up with. If you've ever tried to audit your Instagram page before, let me know in the comments. If you haven't tried this before and didn't even know this was a thing, let me know in the comments because I really want to know what you guys have tried to do, what you guys have tried not to do. So let's see. And you don't even really need to use Cowork for this. You can really use just regular chat for this. But the reason why I'm talking about Cowork right now is because that folder system that I showed you guys, like if you want your stuff to live somewhere, and I also recommend you guys getting a hard drive for this. You need an external hard drive or else there's just going to be too many files on your computer. You're not going to have any space. But this could put those things in those folders for you. Your content needs to live somewhere, right? Like it can't just all be on your phone. I'm a big computer editing person. I'm a big like to see things on the big screen thing. So if I have like a content calendar, I don't want to see it from my phone screen. I want to see it from my computer screen. So, you know, we could do all of that. We could have it added to a folder. So I'm going to let it build what it's building, and then we're going to have it create the folders on our computer or my computer. Make sure you guys are liking the live. Let's get those numbers up. Make sure you're liking, commenting, and subscribing to my channel and to this video. So this is taking a second. Let's see. So as you guys can see, it's writing a file, and this file has over 12,000 characters. So these things do take time. But you know what? Let's go to ChatGPT as well, and let's compare. Let's compare. Let's create a new chat, and let's see what's faster. Let's see. It says, I'm using the in-app browser skill to inspect the public profile as it appears today. Then I'll turn the audit into clear content pillars, profile edits, and a practical posting calendar built around corporate life, home ownership, Tesla, AI, and lifestyle. So let's see what it does. Let's see what both of them give us. In the meantime, while that's building out, I'm just gonna play some music. This is music that I've created using AI. So let's just give it a few minutes, and you could also take a bathroom break, a water break. When the music stops, we're gonna come back. Let me just allow this to access Instagram because I do have to allow it, but yeah.
Last year, around this time, I whispered a seed into the soil of the internet, called it the Jeune Creation. What was just an idea, a spark, became a wildfire of digital dreams, home built without walls, a face without a face, yet somehow it carried my reflection in every pixel, my heartbeat in every 7 o'clock session, my laughter stitched in Canva templates, my vision painted through mid-journey skies. I didn't need a spotlight, because the glow was already inside. Luxury wasn't just champagne flutes and chandeliers, it was the richness of showing up night after night, teaching the world how to turn AI into art, created in a currency, and busy into BML. And from that glow, JC fam was born. Not followers, but a family. We didn't just grow, we soared. We didn't just consume, we created. We didn't just watch, we witnessed each other become. See, the Jeune Creation is more than a channel. It's a chorus of women finding their voice, a spark in the quiet corners of Brooklyn, a digital table where luxury and hustle share the same seat. It's Canva and mid-journey dancing in sync, Photoshop stepping in with precision, AI breathing new life in imagination. It's free classes and faceless sessions where anonymity becomes intimacy, where JC fam means we are all seen. This year, the theme is different, the theme is deeper, the theme is destiny. We don't just hustle anymore, we pray and believe. Pray for the strength to show up, believe that what we build will last. Pray over our gifts, believe in our glow. pray over the process, believe that the vision is already written. So here we are, 1 year later, with gold in our spirit and pixels in our hands. This is the June Creation, a cathedral of content, a sanctuary of souls, a luxury lifestyle stitched in code, a movement that says, if you pray with me and believe with me, then together we will create eternity.
All right, you guys, break is over. So as you guys can see, I wrote it in the chat. It looks like ChatGPT is fast or faster, but is it better? Let's see. So while we're still waiting for Claude to finish, let's see what Chat has for us. Now, one thing I will say, even though ChatGPT seemed to be faster at this, for something like this, I would still continue to use Claude because Claude is just more strategic. Like, oh my gosh, Claude is 10 out of 10 every time for me. But let's see what this says. All right. And to be honest with you, I have not been focused on my social media pages how I need to. So let's see the rough truth of what's happening with what I'm hoping to exude with my Busy Being Male Instagram page and what it's actually giving. So it says, I audited the public profile, bio, recent grid, captions, formats, cadence, and visible engagement. And I want to see how long it took to do this. It doesn't put the seconds, but it was pretty quick because Claude is still working. Right? It says the core opportunity. Your life is already interesting enough. The page simply needs stronger packaging. Right now, it reads mostly as a personal lifestyle page. It does not yet clearly communicate the distinctive combination that makes you follow-worthy. Corporate creative plus practical AI expert plus Brooklyn homeowner plus Tesla driving lifestyle creator. That is your combination niche. Profile audit. What's working? Busy Being Mel is memorable and fits your busy being everything theme. Your visuals show personality, confidence, travel, family, fashion, and an aspirational lifestyle. Your recent lifestyle posts are getting meaningful engagement relative to roughly 1,144 followers. Your background at your media company, let's work out, creative direction, entrepreneurship, and real estate is excellent authority material. Busy Being Everything can become a strong umbrella brand. Also, it looks like Claude is done now, but let's see what ChatGPT is saying. What's holding the page back? Okay, ooh, there's a lot of problems here. It says your current bio is approximately PM at your brand that you work at, founder at the June Creation, NYC Real Estate, creative director, Brooklyn, Busy Being Everything. And it's supposed to say Queen of AI here, but I don't know why it doesn't say that. The problem is that it lists credentials but doesn't tell visitors what content they will receive. AI, the area I want to own, is absent. Home ownership and Tesla lifestyle are invisible. PM may be unclear to people outside your industry. Too many professional identities compete without a central message. The recent grid is lifestyle heavy, so your authority in AI and corporate life is not immediately apparent. Some captions, such as had a blast, don't give Instagram enough context or give new viewers a reason to respond. Posting appears inconsistent. Recent posts were separated by roughly 1 to 3 weeks. There is no obvious repeatable series connecting different parts of your life. So it says recommended positioning. Your brand should be Mel shows ambitious woman how she uses AI, corporate strategy, and smart decisions to build an elevated life in Brooklyn. This allows you to discuss work, AI, your house, Tesla, outfits, family, travel, and everyday life without looking scattered. AI and corporate life supply the expertise. Lifestyle supplies the personality and aspiration. Your tagline can remain busy being everything, but using AI to make it easier. Bio changes. So it says name field, change Mel June to Mel June, delimiter AI plus corporate life. The name field is searchable, so this is more valuable than adding another clever phrase. It says that my recommended bio should be corporate creative, turning AI into real life wins, Brooklyn home owner, Tesla life, day in the life, helping ambitious women work smarter plus live well, tools, tips, and everything I'm busy being. And it says that if my job approves public identification, an alternative is putting that. Profile additions. Add a clear, warm headshot with your face filling most of the circle. One link hub with sections for my AI tools, home, Tesla, work with me, and your real estate page. A contact button or creator email. A category such as digital creator. A short disclaimer in your link hub that says personal views only. My highlights should say start here, AI tips, 9 to 5 life, home, Tesla, Brooklyn, life, faves. I like that. Okay, 3 pin posts. So Mel, start here. Corporate creative, Brooklyn homeowner, Tesla owner, and your AI at work, big sis. My best AI transformation, a practical demonstration showing exactly how AI saves me time, how I built this life, career, home ownership, and lifestyle story, not as a brag, but as a relatable journey. So it says I should have 4 main content pillars. So the first one should be AI for an ambitious life, which should be 35% of my content and my primary authority pillar. So the topic should be AI prompts I use before work, turning rough notes into polished communications, AI for presentations, research, planning, budgeting, and home projects, testing popular AI tools, do this, not that prompt makeovers, what AI can't replace, AI news explained in normal language, personal AI systems and automations. And it says the repeatable series should be AI before 9, Mel made AI do it, prompt of the week, and AI for corporate girls. And it says important, show outcomes and demonstrations. 3 prompts I use is more useful than merely saying you love AI. True that, true that. Corporate creative lifestyle, 25%. This is the behind the scenes stories. So the topic should be corporate day in the life videos, work outfits plus my commute, how I structure my day, lunch breaks, after work transitions, and realistic routines, lessons from project management and creative directions, career confidence in office politics, balancing a job, business, home, and personal life. The repeatable series should be busy before 9, corporate but creative, what my 9 to 5 taught me from commute to cocktails, and keep it experimental rather than employee specific. 25% of my other content, which is just as equal as corporate creative life, should be built, bought, and elevated. This is going to combine home ownership and Tesla under the story of the life that I built. So honest Brooklyn home ownership lessons, maintenance, organization, renovations, and furnishing, things you wish you knew before buying, monthly homeowner realities, Tesla charging costs, features, road trips and inconveniences, smart home and AI integrations, and final decisions behind the lifestyle. And the repeatable series should be homeowner Mel, what nobody told me about owning, Tesla girl truths, build this life. It says avoid only displaying the assets, explains the decisions, the costs, the lessons, or convenience behind them. That is what converts aspirations into valuable content. And then the last 15% should be personality and community, which is my favorite. But the topic should be broken weekends, family and celebrations, travel, beauty, fashion, restaurants, and events, honest life reflections, humor, and soft life moments. This content makes viewers care about you, but it should not dominate the page. Your recent grid leads heavily towards this pillar already. Like I said, that's my favorite thing, just my whole personality and just like what I do with me having fun because I be outside. So we're going to tone that down a bit. So it says my recommended weekly schedule should start with 4 feed posts per week. That's frequent enough to build momentum without turning content creation into another full-time job. So Monday, AI reel. Wednesday, corporate day in the life reel. Friday, home or Tesla carousel reel. Sunday, lifestyle reel / photo dump. It says stories on 5 to 7 days each week. 1 carousel weekly, 2 or 3 reels weekly, 1 photo dump or strong lifestyle image weekly, 1 live or collaborative post monthly. And it's telling me what time to test posting at. So it says test posting between 7:30 to 9 a.m. in the morning, 12 to 1:30 in the afternoon, or 6:30 to 9 p.m. in the evening. And after 4 weeks, use my insights to keep the 2 time windows producing the best reach, saves, shares, and non-follower views. There is no universal best posting time. And then it goes into this 4-week content calendar. So, I work in corporate, own a home in Brooklyn, drive a Tesla, and I use AI to keep it all moving, blah, blah, blah. All of these things. And then it kind of goes into the daily story formula. Stories should feel less polished and more immediate. Post 3 to 7 frames. Morning, face the camera, what the day holds. Work outfit, commute, coffee, or Tesla moment. 1 useful AI tip or poll. Behind the scenes of the home / lifestyle moment. Evening result or reflection. And question stickers for 2 to 3 times weekly. Good prompt should be, what should I ask AI to solve tomorrow? Corporate girls, what takes too much time at work? Would you rather see Tesla costs or favorite features? And what do you want to know about Brooklyn homeownership? And then it kind of just goes into all of that. It tells me to add stuff, but it tells me to remove or reduce those vague one-line captions, long gaps between posts, lifestyle posts with no story, etc. So the edit here is the shift from here's my life to here is my life and here's what you can take from it. It's going to tell me what my next 9 grid posts should be, which is going to be Meet Mel, the 5 AI prompts for corporate women, Brooklyn homeownership lesson, corporate day in the life, Tesla features that save time, AI prompt makeover, weekend/lifestyle reel, how I balance everything, and my career to homeownership story. So this is what it tells me. Now let's go into Claude and see what Claude is saying. Okay. Claude, are you guys ready for this? Claude is saying, let's close this up. The core diagnosis. You have 3 accounts stacked on top of each other: a Fave Realty agent account, your personal photo account, and a creator account. The creator one is clearly working. Your multifamily post, the home ownership journey, the AI teaching, but a new visitor can't tell in 4 seconds what they would be following you for. 3 things costing you the most right now. Queen of AI is hidden behind the ellipses for the more fold. Your single most distinctive claim is on line 4. Most people never tap more. So what it's talking about is, let me see. Let me refresh the page and see if it does that. So you see how it says ... more? It says the Queen of AI, but people don't see that once they come on my page. You know, they just see this. So when you are on Instagram, it's going to be, it's 3 posts. So my post looks like this. And listen, it is like, it's been lifestyle heavy a lot because I just been outside, but then you come here and then it's like real estate heavy because I was doing the real estate for a minute, but okay, I get what it's saying. It says no link in bio and no story highlights. You're a founder chasing brand deals with nowhere to send anyone and nothing for a partnership team to check. This alone disqualifies you from most paid leads. Yeah, I have no link. No link, no highlights. So we're going to work on that. It says the name field says Mel June. That's the only field Instagram searches, and nobody types your name. Change it to Mel Delimiter AI plus home ownership. What did ChatGPT tell me to change it to? Because I don't know if I want it to be Mel AI plus home ownership. What did I have ChatGPT open, guys? Where did I have ChatGPT open at? Okay. ChatGPT told me to call it Mel AI plus corporate life. So I guess I have to choose between corporate life or home ownership. But long story short, they both got the AI part. It says my engagement is actually healthy, which is 3 to 6%. The problem is positioning, not content quality. I know my content quality is so good. So it says pillars. Queen of AI should be 30%. Homeowner era should be 25%. Corporate girl diaries should be 20%. Tesla plus treat yourself should be 15%. Busy being everything should be 10%. Real estate reframed from listing flyers to a woman with a W-2. Whoa. Real estate reframed from listing flyers to a woman with a W-2 bought in one of the most expensive markets in the country. Ooh, I like that. Says the calendar runs from August 3rd to August 30th, Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday with hooks, what to shoot, captions, angles, CTAs, and cover text for all 12 posts, plus a daily story rhythm. It says, do you want me to draft the actual carousel copy for the 2 big save bait posts, the 7 prompts and multifamily numbers breakdown? So here it has my audit where it lists it out. So it says that, you know, I have the whole real estate thing where I have these listing flyers, open house graphics, price banners, and a holiday event flyer. I have the personal account with the selfies, the night outs, the dinners, the photos with no story attached, the creator account with the AI teaching, the home ownership journey, the corporate to entrepreneur content. And it says that the 3rd account is clearly the strongest, which is my creator account. And it already matches what I said I wanted. My best posts are the ones with a specific claim on screen. The multifamily post, the home ownership journey, the AI teaching. My weakest are the pure promo graphics. The YouTube live announcement pulled only 13 likes and 0 comments against posts doing 28 to 73. So it says that my engagement rate is fine. It's roughly 3 to 6% of my follower count, which is healthy. The problem isn't that people don't like your posts, is that a new visitor can't figure out in 4 seconds what they'll be following you for, so they don't follow. And I actually kind of agree with that. So it says what's broken right now, which we talked about a little bit, the name field, the bio, right? 2 job titles, no promise. Nobody learns what they get from following me. Queen of AI, hidden behind ... more. The link in the bio, there's none. It says I'm a founder with a business and nowhere to send anyone. The story highlights, there's none. The follower ratio, I have 1,144 followers versus 1,811 people that I'm following. So it says that following more than you're followed by signals still building to brands and new visitors alike. So maybe I'll unfollow some people. Digital creator, for the category, it says fine, keep it. What's broken in the grid? No visual system. My cover uses at least 5 different fonts. I have blue impact style block, pink script, serif italic, plain white sans, bold pink displays, and scrolling through my grid feels like scrolling through 5 accounts. Does it? Yeah, probably. Look at this. This is the blue. I got pink everywhere. It's just not, it's not consistent. We're gonna fix that, you guys. And the reason why I'm actually reading through all of these with you guys is because this is probably some things that you guys have issues with as well. And it's great to speak on it and all, but I think it's even better for me to just show you guys an example of what you can do with Claude, with ChatGPT, how you can organize things. I know this is about co-work, but right now this is a whole working session, and this is what I would be doing myself if you guys went on the live with me so that I could work on my brand and stuff. So it says that I have no visual system. My cover text sits in the middle of the frame. So Instagram crops real covers behind the grid and overlays icons on the corners. Title text belong in the top third always. Title text belongs in the top third. Cover text sit in the middle of the frame. Maybe this or this or this. I don't know. I need more details on that. Listing flyers date the whole profile. A $675,000 open house from January in a 13th annual holiday event graphic. Tell a July visitor nothing here is current. And they speak only to someone actively buying in one specific zip code. Almost no carousel. My grid is reels and single images. Carousel drives sales and saves are the metric brands ask about first. Announcements are eating feed slots. Shout out to the person who just liked the live. Life of Pearl says, I like how Claude breaks the audit down more than ChatGPT. I do too. Also, Life of Pearl, please email me your email address so I can figure out the membership issue. thejunecreation@gmail.com. Please email me right away. I was trying to figure it out for you on the live, but I don't know if you stepped away for a bit, but we're going to get that handled and settled ASAP. Okay. So now add, remove, and edit. It says remove. Do this first. It takes 20 minutes. So it says archive rather than delete. Every Fave Realty listing flyer, so the $675,000 open house, the $659,909 Grand Terrace open house, all of these open house, archive them. The starting soon and YouTube live, Tuesday, blah, blah, whatever, they have no shelf life. Archive them. Any photo post with no caption or a one-word caption, if the photo is good, repost it with an actual story attached. If it isn't, archive it. The FHA loan explainer and the generic condo tour, unless you're keeping broad real estate education, which per your goals, you aren't, archive them. I love this picture. I took this picture over the weekend, but I know that this thing only literally has like no story behind it. It just says just a little summertime behavior. And this is the issue. I got all these posts. I'm posting all of these things. I'm getting the engagement, but there's no story behind it. So I don't know if I'm going to have to archive this and repost, which I didn't want to do. Maybe I'll just edit the caption. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But I see what it's talking about. I have these amazing posts, these amazing visuals, these amazing things that I'm doing, but the issue is there's no story whatsoever. So that's what I need to work on. Even this, had a blast. What is that? Had a blast doing what? Like, you know what I'm saying? No one really knows what it is that I'm talking about, but I went to a whole concert. I had a whole great time, everything, but I'm just not, creating the story for people. And I really need to work on that. So we're going to work on that. So now it says rewrite the name field. Change Mel June to something searchable like Mel, delimiter, AI plus homeownership. Now anyone searching AI or home ownership can find you. And I think I might do that, especially because I want to do lifestyle content as well. And a lot of my lifestyle content will probably be at home. I'm always like renovating something. I am still doing the whole AI. I don't know if I have any of my renovation posts here. I don't think I do. I think I had that as a story, but I went through this whole like renovation thing. Like I be doing a lot of stuff, so I'm okay with it being Mel, delimiter, AI plus homeownership. So it says rewrite the bio so that Queen of AI is on line 1, and nothing important sits behind the more fold. 3 options on the next page. Add a link, even a 1-page site with your email, the June Creation, and 1 free AI resource. You can't get paid without a destination. True that, true that. Standardize your covers. 1 font, 1 accent color, never deviate. Title text in the top third. Build 1 Canva template and reuse it forever. Unfollow down to roughly 900. Oh my gosh, I gotta unfollow 900 people, you guys. All right. Life of Pearl just sent me the email. I'm going to communicate with you via email after this live so that we can resolve this issue. So unfollow down to roughly 900. So I don't have to unfollow 900 people. I have to make sure that I'm only following 900 people. So getting under the 1-to-1 ratio changes how the profile reads instantly. Do it in batches of approximately 100 a day so Instagram doesn't follow it. So I'm going to do that. Don't worry, I won't unfollow any of you guys if you guys follow me and if I follow you back. It says pin 3 posts representing your 3 strongest pillars. So the multifamily numbers posts, your best AI teaching posts, and a corporate day in the life. Those 3 slots are your storefront. It says add 5 story highlights with matching covers. So it says AI playbook, the build, 9 to 5 diaries, Brooklyn, and work with me. Build these before you post anything new. I'm going to build that tonight. I might build it with you guys. Named reoccurring series. So there is Corporate Girl AI on Mondays, The Build on Wednesdays. A named series with episode numbers trains people to come back. A one-off doesn't. Carousels, roughly 1 a week. Prompt list, numbers breakdown, step-by-step, saves or what you'll eventually put in the media kit. The media kit, 1 page, who you are, audience size, the demographics, engagement rate, your 5 pillars, the 3 sample posts with metrics and rates. You're chasing brand deals. You need to do this before you pitch, not after someone asks. Location and brand tags on every lifestyle post. This is literally how brand partnership teams find creators. So bio rewrites, it says pick 1. Okay. So option 1, authority first. This is his recommendation. Name field, Mel, delimiter, AI plus home ownership, Queen of AI .pm at the company I work at, multifamily homeowner, Brooklyn, teaching you how to run your life on AI, founder of the June Creation, my free AI starter kit. I kind of love this. Yeah, I like this. And it's even telling me what to change it to. I don't think was ChatGPT telling me this much details? Let's see. Yeah, it was. It was telling me this should be the recommended bio. Corporate, creative, turning AI into real life wins, blah, blah, whatever. I kind of like this better. I'm not even gonna lie to you. So I'm definitely gonna use this. I don't like that it didn't give me the emoji here, but I'll create my own little emoji. And I'll even ask Claude to create my free AI starter kit for me. I'll probably add it to the June Creation website or something. Another option is the name field being Mel, delimiter, corporate girl doing the most. I kind of like that too, because I do be doing the most sometimes, as I should. Corporate by day, queen of AI, homeowner, PM at company, founder at the June Creation, how I built it all without quitting my 9 to 5. I kind of like that too. But they said it's less searchable, more personality. I want something that is searchable. This says leads with the thing nobody else can claim, teaching you to run your life on AI. It's a promise, not a job title. And that's the line that converts a visitor into a follower. And I agree with that. And I do be running my life on AI. Like, you guys, I did my whole backyard over from an AI prompt. Like, I visualized it. Like, literally everything I do in my life is AI. Like, down to how I organize everything, as I'm showing you now, down to how certain rooms, how I want to decorate certain rooms in my house, everything. Okay. So we're not even going to read the other 2 bios. Like, I like this one. And after the live, I'm probably going to change it to this. The only reason why I'm not changing it now is because I'm already signed into Instagram on my other account because it is live on it. So I would have to end the live video here. And I don't want to do that. And I kind of, at first, I kind of wanted to do the lives on my Busy Being Mel page, but that's pretty much off brand. I don't really have a lot of people, as you can see on my June Creation page. So I'm working on building that. And once that is being worked on being built, then I can, like, once I focus on my main page, and I'm going to focus on that other page. But okay, moving on. The 5 content pillars. So it says Queen of AI, Corporate Girl AI on Mondays. I use AI to do real work on a real deadline at a Fortune 500, not tool listicles. I don't know what the hell that means. Screen recordings of actual tasks. Most AI creators have never had to make it work under pressure for an employer. That's your entire edge. Homeowner era. The multifamily, the renovations, the New York City ownership as wealth building, with numbers on the screen, not listing flyers. The story is a woman with a W-2 bought in one of the most expensive markets in the country, not this house is for sale. And the reason why they're seeing a lot of this house is for sale is because, like I said, I'm also a realtor. But most importantly, I am a homeowner. And I did buy in the most expensive markets in the country because I bought a multifamily home in Brooklyn. So I need to talk about that because a lot of people are into home ownership. A lot of people want to know how they can do that with their W-2 or with whatever, and they don't know how. So you can learn through my lifestyle. And then also, if you want me to be a realtor, you could book me for that too. So killing 2 birds with 1 stone right there. Corporate Girl Diaries, 9 to 5 diaries. So a day in a life as a PM. So I could do the timestamps, the badge, the commute, the 11 p.m. second shift. I don't know what 11 p.m. second shift is talking about because I do not work no 11 p.m. second shift. Name the actual work. Scoping, a launch, never grinding. Tesla plus treat yourself on Saturdays, the proof of life pillar, the car, the Brooklyn dinners, the apartment, the outfit. It's what makes people root for you instead of just learning from you. But it only lands because the other 4 pillars earn it. And that's true, right? Like, what is the outcome of this? Who am I, right? You guys need to know that. Y'all need to know who I am. Y'all need to know what my life is about and everything. And like, yeah, y'all going to be rooting for me because y'all also learning from me. And then busy being everything, the glue, the humor, the point of view, the honest version of holding it all together. My handle is the pillar and it barely appears on my feed, so I need to fix that. So if a post doesn't fit one of these 5 pillars, it's a story, not a feed post. Live announcements, event promos, starting soon graphics, always stories. Posting rhythm. 3 feed posts a week plus daily stories. That's what you said is realistic with a full-time PM job and is genuinely enough. Consistency beats volume. An account that posts 3 times every week for 6 months beats one that posts 7 times a week for 3 weeks and stops. So on Monday, it says Queen of AI or Corporate Girl Diaries, 7:30 p.m. People are planning their week and scrolling for a reason to feel capable. Teaching content peaks here. Wednesdays, the build/homeowner era or carousel, 7:30 p.m. Midweek is the strongest save and share window. Post your carousel here. Saturday, lifestyle, humor, or personality at 11 a.m. Weekend scrolling is longer and less goal-driven. You reach your personality slot. So it says batch on Sundays. Shoot 2 of the 3 posts and all of your cover graphics in one sittings. The reason most people quit around week 5 is that they're recreating the same day. Another thing too, right? Because we talked about creating with Canva. I had the lives where I showed you guys that you can create with ChatGPT, the graphics. So Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. And I'm gonna have just like one page open so it could be the consistent graphic or the consistent title and look every single time. So it says the daily story rhythm. And this is just what works for me. I hope you guys are following along with this and trying this yourself as well. Right now we are in Claude. We're doing the Instagram content strategy audit. Daily story rhythm, Monday, push the feed posts plus Monday reset, end with a question sticker. Tuesday, corporate BTS. BTS stands for behind the scenes. Raw, unfiltered, the 3 p.m. wall, your most relatable day of the week. Wednesday, these are stories, mind you, okay? Wednesdays, push the feed post plus one AI tip because we did, post something on Wednesday. One screenshot, one idea. Thursday, the build update plus a poll sticker. Polls are the cheapest engagement you'll ever get. That is very true. People like clicking yes or no. I like clicking yes or no. I love participating in these polls. So I know if I do it, I'm going to get quick engagement. Friday, open a question box. Ask me anything. AI, buying in New York City, or the 9 to 5. That doubles as my content research. Saturday, push the feed post and document the day live. Listen, my Saturdays are lit. I'm doing something every single weekend. So I could definitely do that documentation, tag every location and brand. Sunday, answer Friday's questions in 5 frames, then the week ahead. So now it shows me the 30 days. So it would start on August 3rd to August 30th. So I would introduce myself. On Monday, I would say I run 80% of my corporate job on AI. Wednesday, I would say multifamily homeowner, multifamily carousel, the real numbers. Saturday, everything. New here, I'm Mel, and I would pin that. Then it tells me what I would post on the weeks of August 10th to the 16th, so on and so forth until it gets to the 30th. And what I would be measuring at the end of the 30 days, we're also at the end of this, is the saves and shares per post, not the likes, the saves and the shares, because that's the number that a brand asks for. The profile visits and follows from each post, because Instagram gives you most and it tells you which pillar is actually recruiting. Which pillar wins, then shift the mix towards it next month. So the 30, 25, 20, 15, 10 split is a starting hypothesis. It's not the law. And link clicks. Once you have a link, 0 clicks means that the bio isn't doing its job. And it says, on an honest note, 30 days is enough to fix a profile and improve a format, but not enough to move the follower number much. Judge August on whether your saves go up and whether the account finally reads as one thing. The growth follows that, usually around month 3. So right now we are in July. Hold on one second, you guys. I'm getting a quick call. Un momento. Just read this for a second. All right, guys. Sorry about that. I had to take that call. So yes, so this is what it's saying. Right now we're in July. So let's say if this started in August. So August, September, October, we would need to wait. Like that October month is where that growth would really follow. So I definitely can lock in on that. And September is my birthday month. So I'm gonna have so much content in September that I could fit into some of these things, especially for the personality and lifestyle stuff or whatever. Um, so yeah, this is the difference between what ChatGPT gives you and what um Claude gives you. So this is Claude, and I just really like the Claude one better because ChatGPT, it didn't really give me a document. I could have asked it to put it in a document for me, but I just kind of like how this breaks it down a little bit more. Life of Pearl, she said the same thing. She likes how Claude breaks down the audit more than ChatGPT, and I completely agree. And even though ChatGPT is faster, like this is why Claude still wins for me because it just goes more in depth. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm gonna say, let me go to this and let me go here. And on my desktop, let me create a new folder and I'm gonna say busy being Mel Instagram IG strategy. Busy Bee Mail IG strategy. And I'm actually going to add the folder here. And I'm gonna say, what folders do what do I need in my folders for all of this? And I'm gonna do that. I had attached the folder to it. I don't know if it disappeared, but I definitely did add it. Yep, it's right here because it says Busy Being Mail IG strategy. And I'm going to let it just think about that. I'm going to let it sink in. So right now we kind of have the strategy, but you know, we need somewhere to put our content. I really should have plugged in my external hard drive, but I don't see it right now. I don't know where it is. So we're just going to do it on the desktop for now. And it says your Busy Being Mail IG strategy folder is empty right now. Do you want me to build out the whole structure, or you just tell me what it should be? And I wanted to build it all out. So I'm going to click on recommended. And it says, do you also want a tracking spreadsheet for post performance? Yes, of course, I want my monthly tracker. So we're going to go ahead and let it do that. So it's going to go ahead and build the structure, and I'm going to have this open so that you guys can just see stuff pop in here. Let's see. Life of Pearl, I just saw that you follow me on Instagram. I think it's you. So I'm going to follow you back, girl. Thanks for the follow. And shout outs to Life of Pearl. Make sure you follow her on Instagram. She has a beauty, cosmetic, and personal care brand, and she's helping women of color find their purpose with a self-care box filled with queenliness at your door monthly. And she's based in Texas, and she also has a website called pamperandpolishbox.com. So definitely shout outs to you. And I hope this is very helpful for you and that you do an audit on your Instagram page so that you could see how you can improve. Tell it your goals, tell it what type of posts you want to commit to, and then also tell it how much times you feel like you could realistically post. Like I'm looking at your posts and I see that a lot of these things were from like 2023. So you definitely need to post something if you want to take that leap, you know, and get started. Like now is like a good time for that. Also, if you need any help with website creation, I have a service that teaches you how to create your website with AI, or I could create it for you as well. So definitely check it out on the website. Right now, website creation is 10% off, and all other products that are only on the shop page are 20% off using code LIVE20. And the code is actually going to expire at 10 o'clock because that's about the time where I expect it to end the live. So definitely check that out. The sale ends in 7 minutes. So you guys definitely take advantage of that because in 7 minutes it's going to be over. So now this is creating the documents. And as you guys saw, because I had this open, look at this. It already has stuff in here. I could quickly look at this. Can I open this? Oh, it opens with Notion. So when I open it, it says start here. Everything in this folder exists to make 3 posts a week feel like an hour of work instead of a whole weekend. And it says do these things before you post anything new. So if you don't have Notion, definitely download Notion. It's a good tool. This is just a read only, so I can't even click on everything. But if I wanted to import it to Notion, I could. And I could actually use the checkboxes. So let me see if I can import it. Actually, the Notion that I'm logged into, hold on, okay. Let me see. Because I also use Notion for work. Let me log out. Let me log into my personal Notion. No, I don't want it to be logged in as that. I'm trying to log out because I have another account, but it's not letting me log out. Let me see. Log out. All right. Let me log in with the Jeune Creation. I don't know if I have a Notion set up with the Jeune Creation. Yep, I do. So let me try to open this with Notion again and see what happens. Hold on. The thing is that when it's opening Notion on the desktop app, it's opening it on the other account. But anyways, long story short, I'm not gonna get into that whole thing right now. That's too much. But long story short, sale ends in 5 minutes, but definitely download Notion to view some of these things. So right now it says that it created, let's see what it created. Build 30-day calendar, verify deliveries. Okay, what is it adding in here? I don't know if it added anything yet. Ooh, brand kit. So it's talking about colors I should use, accent pink, chrome and silver. Ooh, it's giving me everything that I need, you guys. Footage library. So there's going to be Brooklyn plus home, corporate 9 to 5, screen recordings of AI, talking head and B-roll, Tesla plus lifestyle, the build renovation, posts. So this is what I'm going to be putting raw footage. So it's actually giving me the dates. So on August, and you see, this is why you need an external hard drive, because this can get a lot, right? Like if I sat here and like had a folder for every single day, that's wild. Let's see, what did Life of Pearl said? Thank you. I'm in my relaunching phase, so your videos help me tremendously in using AI to make posting easier. It makes it so much easier with finding out what you want to post, what your strategy should be. The part that we all struggle the most is strategy and just like really having a system in place. And sometimes I feel like I want to post what I want to post just because what I want to post it, not because that's what I should be posting. And that's an issue that I have with being impatient, an issue that I have with just like, I don't know, just wanting to post my best life stuff. And I could still post my best life stuff. I just have to make it strategic. I could post anything I want. I just have to make it fit into the content pillar. And I just have to think about the bigger picture, you know? So definitely going to be working on that. And I hope you guys work on that too. Do I connect my Notion to Claude? I don't, but I think I can. I think I can. Let me see. There's somewhere, there's like a connectors thing. Let me see. What does this say? There's somewhere that you can connect stuff, like a connector thing. I usually see it on the web version. Hold on 1 second. Let me go to Claude. I would find Notion here if they have it. They probably don't have it. No, they do. So this is what you would do. If you want to connect Notion to your Claude, because you can. And if you do that, every time you have it do a prompt, you could just have it throw things into your Notion for you or design Notion templates for you and do all of those things. So what you're going to do is, how did I get here? You're going to go to Claude. You're going to go to customize. You're going to go to connector. You're going to go to add, you're going to click on browse connectors, and you're going to look for Notion, and then you're going to add it. And that's how you would add it. And it's going to ask you to, you know, connect Notion. So I'm going to press continue because I am signed in on my Notion for the Jeune Creation. And boom, it's connected. It's connected to Notion. How did it create Notion documents for you? Because mine always give me Word documents. I would prefer Notion. So what was happening is that it's creating these things in an MD format. So you see how this is XSL, XLSX, because that's Excel. I don't even really know what MD stands for, but ask it to create an MD thing for you, or just literally ask it to create something that you could import into Notion. If it's an MD file, whatever the hell that means, I can literally just click on this and select whether I want to open it in Google Drive, open it in Notion, or show it in the folder. So if I click on open in Notion, but that's because it's that MD file format. It's the file format that is giving it to you in. So just tell it that you just literally tell it, I want my documents to be in a format where I can either open it in Google Drive or Notion, and it should be able to do that for you. So, what is this? What was I doing? I completely lost track of what I was doing. Okay, so it started creating stuff for me. It created like a quick start thing. Okay, brand kit. So for the brand kit, you're welcome. For the brand kit, it says pick one and never deviate. So am I picking Anton font? And I love Anton font. It's literally my favorite font in Canva. So this thing like knows me, and it's probably seeing a lot of it on my page. Because when I used to do the Canva tutorials, I was always using Anton, and I've always said that, that's my favorite font. Or use Archival Black. It says why it's heavy, condensed, readable at thumbnail size. It reads as confident, not decorative. And for the carousel body, use Inter or Pop-ins, which is neutral, high legibility, works at small sizes on a phone. It says retire the blue impact style block. I'm gonna show you what style block it's talking about. It's talking about this right here. It says retire that. Get that out of here. All right, I'm gonna get it out of here. The pink script, the serif, italic, they're pulling my grid in 3 different directions. Drop the font files in the font folder so you have them if I ever move off Canva. So I think it did create a font folder for me under brand kit, so I could add it in here. And I could ask ChatGPT to create the visuals, because I could just give ChatGPT access to this folder. We could do ChatGPT work, because I told you I use ChatGPT for graphics and visuals. So I'm actually like, when we get off this live, or because it's already 10 o'clock. Like, we need to like end this live soon. We've been here for 2 hours, but this is just good information that I want to give you guys. And maybe I'll make that another working session that we could do. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make sure I add all of these things into the folder. And when it comes to my graphics, when it comes to the templates that I need, or when it comes to the pictures, and if I want to add something to it, I could just have ChatGPT pull it and have all of my brand kit stuff in here. And I could also add this to Canva as well. So it says color palette. I already lean black and neutral. You already lean black and neutral in your photos, and that's working, but build around it. So it says the base should be near black. The background should be warm off-white. The accent should be deep purple. The alternative accent should be chrome/silver, and the highlight should be soft gold. I might ask it for my accent to just be pink, because pink is my favorite color. I don't know if I want deep purple, but deep purple is also giving royalty. And I am a queen. I'm the queen of AI, so maybe I'll keep it. So it says one accent color everywhere. Use it for the underline to cover titles, the bullet dots on carousels, and your highlight covers. Consistency is what makes a grid feel design. Use the gold only for money and numbers. The down payment, like 23,100, the 80%. Over time, your audience will start reading gold as here comes a real number. Cover rules, and it says this one actually matters. Title text in the top third. So Life of Pearl said, yes, please do a part 2. Do you create a folder for Claude and ChatGPT on your computer for Cowork? Do you create a folder for Claude and ChatGPT on your computer for Cowork? Yes, I do. So while we were on the live, all I did is I went to my desktop and I created an empty folder. Sorry, not my desktop. Yeah, on the desktop. So I created this empty folder called Busy Being Male IG Strategy. Earlier, when I was testing stuff out, I created this folder called Claude Cowork Test. And I was like adding stuff into it, just like testing stuff out before the live. But all I did was create this empty folder. It was completely empty. And then right here when we're on live, it just started adding stuff. So if I scroll all the way up, where I asked it, I think it truncated some of my responses. Let me see. What do I need in all my folders for this? I had asked it that, and then it said my folder was empty. It says your folder is empty. it's now a working system. So it added 68 folders for me and 29 files for me because it was empty. All I created was the shell folder, and it did everything for me. So here it's telling me the cover rules and what matters. Title text in the top third, always. 2 lines maximum, forwards a line. Your face or the subject in the bottom 2/3. Same font, same size, same position on every cover. Let me ask it to show me an example of this. Show me a visual mock-up example of this. All right, so while it's working on that, hopefully you could give it to me. It should. Let's keep going through this. So the story highlight cover. So I'm gonna create my highlight covers. I do want ChatGPT to create the highlight covers for me. I don't know how I feel about Claude creating them. We could test it out, but all identical, solid background that's black, accent color for a single small icon or text centered. So the highlight is AI playbook, cover text is AI, build, 9 to 5, BK, work. BK is so like, I think it's too specific. Maybe I'm gonna make it just life or New York City, I don't know. Or maybe I'll just keep it as Brooklyn. The voice. So the voice, my caption should sound like the version of me that talks to a coworker at 5 p.m., not the version that writes a LinkedIn post. So I should lead with the specific claim that I do 80% of my job with AI, as opposed to saying AI has changed how I work. Use real numbers like down payments, rate, hours saved, dollar amounts. Name the actual task, like scoping a launch, not grinding. Short lines, the first line has to survive the more fold in the feed, same as your buyer. It says don't do motivational fillers with no specifics. It reads as generics and gets scrolled. Don't do hashtag walls. 3 to 5 relevant tags in the caption is plenty. And announce things in the feed. Don't announce things in the feed. That's what stories are for. So I did ask it to create this thing for me, right? So it's basically saying when I'm doing stuff, do it like this. Clips and covered. So don't do this because I'm covered. It says do this. The 9 to 5 bought the house. So I have it on the top third. And here I am here in this space here. It says top third, 2 lines. Okay. Type sits above the dashed line. You sit below it. Nothing competes. Nothing gets cut. Okay, it's giving you visual examples. The Saturdays, no type, because lifestyle posts carry themselves. The silence is what makes the teaching covers land. So on my lifestyle posts, like if I'm at a dinner, if I'm at a party or whatever the case may be, I don't need to put any text. I don't need to worry about none of that stuff. I just put myself in the center. So it says how the same system reads on your profile. So it should look like this. 80% of my job is AI, the real numbers. The 5 a.m. to 11 a.m. and the 7 prompts. Someone said Wagwan bad gal. I have no idea who this person is. Who are you? But anyways, this is how you should have the text and how you should have the I'm so distracted by that comment that I just got. How you should have your visuals there. So it says the dashed lines are a thing to internalize. On the left cover, the shaded bands are what the grid crops away. 4 lines of center text means the top and bottom get eaten, and the play icon lands on what survives. So it kind of just explains everything to you. So this is how your stuff should look like. It should not look like this. It should look like this, or it should look like this. Okay. And here it just has so many documentation for you. And guess where all of this documentation also lives? It doesn't only live in Claude, it lives in my folder. So it's in the folder. Caption, formulas, for my AI and homeowner posts. Line 1, the specific claim. So this is the claim. I do about 80% of my project manager job with AI. The body, the actual numbers or steps, 1 per line. Not AI helps me brainstorm. I mean, status summaries from a 40 message thread to 30 seconds, risk log from raw meeting notes to 2 minutes, stakeholder email that used to take me 20 minutes to one draft. And it says, none of this is against the rules at my company. It's just faster than the way everyone else is still doing it. And you need to have your call to action. So your CTA, save or comment stack, and I'll send you the prompts. Okay. So let's say if it's for my lifestyle posts, right? It says the story for lifestyle and busy being everything. So line 1, drop into the middle of the moment. I sat in my car outside the property for 20 minutes tonight before I went in. The body, what actually happened, plainly. Not for a reason, just because it's mine, and some days that still doesn't feel real. And the close is the honest thought underneath it. This month cost me most of my weekends, and I'll do it again. You see how it says? Structure rules, line 1 must survive the cut. You front load the claim, you never open with context. Keep a blank line between every idea. Walls of text get scrolled. So you see how there's you skip a space and then you go in? 1 CTA at the end. 2 CTA means 0 because people don't know what the hell to do. Like, do I save it or do I do whatever, right? So 1 CTA. 3 to 5 hashtags in the captions. There's a 5 limit hashtag on Instagram right now anyways, and I think the same for TikTok. But you mix 1 big, 2 medium, 2 niche. Hashtag walls don't help. They look dated. And it says tag every brand and location on lifestyle posts. It's literally how partnership teams find creators. And CTAs that work in order, comment word, and I'll send you this, that has the highest engagement, and it builds a DM list. And there's actual tools that you could use where it just automatically, once someone comments that, it sends them something. So one of those tools is ManyChat. I don't know if you ever heard of it. I was checking it out last week, but haven't really done anything with it yet. Other CTAs that work is save this from when you are doing whatever. Someone asked, are you making a Weave business website? I'm not making a Weave business website, but if you want to know how to make a Weave business website, you could definitely book my service and my product for the one-on-one coach on how to create a website. Or you could just follow along on these lives and see, how you can use AI to build your brand. Okay? So it says call to actions to skip. Do not do link in bio with nothing behind it. Don't do let me know what you think because that's too open to answer. And don't do double tap if you agree because that's engagement bait. So it talks about that. It talks about the media kit and everything. It talks about a lot of things. Like what your media kit should look like. And then here's the performance tracker. Use the hook that you used, the reach, the likes, the comments, the shares, the saves, and all of these things. So there you have all of it. Any questions, anybody? Make sure you're liking the live. Make sure you're sharing the live. Make sure you are subscribed to the live. If you don't already have your notifications turned on, please turn them on so that you don't miss the next live. If you guys found this to be very informative, I definitely will, do a part 2. FSD driver one said, I already built my SaaS with a subscription as a service with Lovable. We are at 9K. But thank you. I'm interested in your stream. I'm so glad that you find my stream interested. And that's amazing that your numbers are doing great. There's different processes that work for different people. So very interested to hear about your process. That's amazing. But this is the process that I'm trying to use just because, I don't know, I love using Claude. I love using ChatGPT. I just love using AI. I am, once this live is over, going to go in and start making some of these changes. I need to figure out how to log into the Notion from my Notion app because right now it keeps trying to, it keeps trying to log me into, oh no. It's logging in as, okay. Hold on, let me see something. Perfecto. Okay. If I say, Okay, let me open the performance tracker. Oh, it's not an MD. What was the MD? I want the MD thing. Let me see. Quick start. If I open this in Notion, it's asking me if I want to allow Claude to open it, and I can. So once I come here, it opens it in Notion. Let me import it. Hold on, let me see where the hell this is importing to. I am not a teacher, but I'm just very good at teaching these things. I am an AI coach, and I've been told that I am very good at teaching people how to do things. I'm also a front end product manager for a media company, so I have a lot of experience in just demoing, showing people how to do things, going through different workflows, and making the process simple for everyone to understand. So, Life of Pearl, I don't know if you're still on the live, but I just went ahead and I uploaded my quick start guide here to Notion, and I can come here and check things off as I do them. So once I start doing things, I'm just going to come on over here and check them off as I do them for my tracker. And this is just a quick start of the things that I just need to immediately do. So tonight I am going to change the name field. I'm going to paste in my new bio, which says it's copy and paste ready in O1 brand kit bio copy. Let's see. O1 brand kit bio copy. If I open this, here we go. It went ahead and opened up for me in Notion. I can import it because this is just a read-only preview. So if I wanted to import it, I could. Or I could just if I'm doing this from my computer, which I am, like I said, right now I'm not logged into the right Instagram because I'm on live on the other Instagram page. I'll just be able to copy and paste this into here. So we're gonna do that. And yeah, that's what I'm gonna end the live at today. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I will probably set up a part 2. I don't know if you guys want the part 2. If you're watching the replay or if you're on the live, let me know if you rather a part 2 with us going through the whole Instagram strategy, or if you want to see my the way I do my email. So let me show you really quick. Hold on. Design and web, email. Because I wanted to do a email marketing thing. Hold on, not this one. I did this a couple of times. So for example, I created this with AI, and I just felt like this looked better for people to see in their email as opposed to just seeing blank text and boring stuff, right? So when someone gets sent an email, this is literally what they see. So when I did my Q3 reset, which started on July 1st, I had sent out this email. It says new website, new energy, same mission. It's the second half of the year. I'm back, and Q3 is about building louder, creating smarter, and helping more creators and entrepreneurs move with strategy, style, and AI. And it says step into the new era. Let me move this up a little bit so that you can see. As I hover over this, if you look at the bottom left of the screen, you see that the URL points to my website, so people can click into it. It's clickable. If I click it, it's going to take you to my website. Let me go back. Then it says, let me introduce myself. I'm Mel, the creator behind the Jeune Creation. I teach creators, entrepreneurs, and business owners how to stop overthinking and start building AI, Canva, websites, branding, digital products, content systems, and strategy. That is my lane. And this season is about execution, less waiting, more launching, more ownership. So this is literally, then it says 2 live sessions, real strategies, no gatekeeping. So I did do a live on how my 6-figure corporate job helped catapult my entrepreneurship. If I hover over this, if you look at the bottom left, that's the link to the YouTube channel, the YouTube live that I did for this. It was on July 9th at 8 p.m. So if I click on it, it will take you to it. Then I had another live that was on July 14th at 8 p.m. That was on a Tuesday. It hadn't started yet, but if you had clicked set on the reminder, it would have taken you once again to that video. And then, I talked about how I moved off of Shopify and rebuilt my own digital home, which takes you to my website, the Jeune Creation. And yeah, I completely built this on my own using AI. And remember how I told you guys there was 10 minutes left or 5 minutes left for that live code? And you saw how there was like a banner up here. You see how it's gone? But this whole time I've been live I've been live with you guys and you didn't see me turn it off. That's because I had it automated. I had Claude Cowork do that for me. So once that timer hit off, that banner went away. Okay? That's how you do it. But my website is very cool because it's very interactive. This is why I moved off of Shopify, just because I feel like as a creator, I just wanted more creative control with what I was building, what I was doing. So yeah, and I'm constantly working on this. Life of Pearl, don't forget, I didn't forget about you with the membership. I'm gonna get that settled as soon as I end this live. So I mean, I think I could leave it here, but just let me know in the comments if you guys want to see more email marketing stuff or if you guys want to see more AI automation stuff. But thank you guys so much for joining the live. This was definitely a good one. If you didn't like the live already, please make sure you like it. I see a lot of people here in the live, but I don't see a lot of likes. So please make sure you hit that like button if you haven't liked it already. Thank you, FS Driver, for saying that this is a cool website. I definitely think it's cool as well. And if any of you guys are interested in learning how to create a website like that, I literally have the services on my page, where number one, I could either create the website for you, or you could go to the shop page and you could do the one-on-one coaching for building your website with AI. And it's a one-to-one private workshop where it's a 2-hour private workshop. We're on this live for 2 hours. So imagine how much we could get done together where we're not centering around multiple different topics, but we're just centering around you. We could definitely get you there. So, you know, definitely check those things out. I'm going to leave this page open here for you guys. And we're going to play some music. And once the music ends, the live is going to end. Actually, that's not the page I'm going to leave for you guys. I want you guys to scan these QR codes. Definitely scan these. I'll see you on the next live. Make sure that you are, you do have your notification bells turned on so you can get a notification on when the next live comes. But thank you so much for joining today. And I will talk to you guys next time.
Brooklyn, New York. Studio lights on, small business. Big dreams, we been on. Now booking, summer 2026. Loud by design, nah, this ain't no trick. Your brand deserve more than the basic page. Custom codify, put in center stage. Website from $5.99, transparent, clean. 48 shipping, counting, know what I mean. No balls, branding, photos in the frame. AI visuals blown, we don't play the same game. No templates, no filler, no looking like the rest. 2 business days, we reply, consider us success. Smell June on the mission, keep it honest, keep it clean. Every hustle deserve to look expensive on the screen. Built to be seen, built to be booked, loud, intentional. Give them something to look, from the borough to the world. Put it up on the wall, built to be seen, impossible to scroll.
Discovery card and we scope out the plan. 50% deposit, start the clock, understand we build. You review 2 rounds till it's right, then we launch and hand it over. All your files, all your rights, photography, glowing headshots, looking rich. Landing page in 48, watch the numbers switch. Brooklyn made it independent, so pristine, look expensive for your art. That's the whole routine.
3 spots left, better move quick. Built to book, it's the whole gimmick. No pitch, no ghost, just the work in between. Loud, custom, unforgettable. Built to be seen, built to be seen, built to be booked, loud, intentional. Give them something to look, from the borough to the world. Put it up on the wall, built to be seen, impossible to scroll. Jeune Creation. The Jeune Creation, built to be seen. The Jeune Creation.com. You know